Welcome to the Grizzled Geek. I'm Mike.
I'm Doug.
I'm Kirsten.
And we're here today with a special episode of Does It Hold Up? This is where we review a movie or TV show from mine and Doug's youth that we remember fondly, and then we watch it again along with Millennial, who has not seen it before. Kirsten's part of our Millennial Outreach Program. She's disadvantaged millennials who have not seen good 80s sci-fi. So we're going to show her today.
This is it. This is the one.
This is good. This is it. We're watching, what are we watching, Doug?
Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine. Now,
Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr.
Louis Gossett Jr. This was, I remember this movie fondly when I was young. It's been a while since I've watched it.
It came out in 1985.
85, wow. But yeah, I mean, it's a good sci-fi. I mean, back then, we never got a whole lot of sci-fi movies. Maybe one or two a year, maybe.
Yeah,
not even that. Probably not even that much.
If it wasn't Star Wars or Star Trek, you could be pretty sure that you were going to see wires and puppets. So
yeah,
this was kind of...
Most of them were bad. Most of them were like Roger Corman B movies.
Yeah.
But this is one of the... So pretty much we loved any sci-fi that came out. So we're going to see whether or not it was... You know, rose-colored glasses. We're looking back to nostalgia.
Yep.
Whether this movie is actually any good. I remember it being good. What do you remember, Doug?
Yeah, I remember it being really good. There's only two characters in the whole movie. It's these two. I'll give you just the kind of the gist of the movie. Two pilots from warring races, human race and this lizard-ish race, who are involved in this long war. They crash land on the same planet. They hate each other, but have to figure out how to survive. So that's the gist of the movie.
Right.
And then we'll see. And I remember the two actors being really good in it. And really, the emotional impact of it was really good.
I remember as a kid thinking it was a tie-in with V. Because the lizard people from V and the lizard aliens in this movie. It doesn't have anything to do with V. But when I was a kid, I don't know. So Kirsten, you have not seen this movie?
I've not seen it. All I've seen is a trailer for it. It looks interesting.
Looks interesting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say that the makeup, at least from what I could tell, like the special effects was pretty good.
I remember the special effects being really good, but that was 1985, so
yeah.
We'll see whether it holds up. But
hence the name.
That's right.
Does it hold up?
Does it hold up? So far, sadly, I got to say, a lot of the stuff I've watched recently from stuff I remember showing my kids, like, oh, this movie was great. Not as great. My daughter, as an aside, she's into the new Voltron series on Netflix, which has gotten pretty good. If you guys haven't seen it, me and Doug bashed on it in our in our cartoon episode.
Yeah.
But I hear season 3's kind of corrected all those things, so we're gonna give it another shot. But I kept telling her, look, the original Voltron's where it's at. You want to watch Voltron? I'll show you Voltron. So we started watching the old Voltron series, and I embarrassed myself with. She's looking at me like, this is better? And I'm like, oh, okay. All right, maybe not. But we'll see. Here we go. We're going to watch Enemy Mine. We'll be back to review it in a minute and tell you what we thought, whether it holds up.
These dogs ugly head. Are you telling me you're pregnant? a baby? Well, a brat.
Well, there you have it. We just watched Enemy Mine again for the first time in, for me anyway, years.
Yeah, I did not remember 5% of that movie. There were some familiar scenes, but the whole end of the movie, I did not remember that at all.
I remember much better acting.
Yeah. This is a straight up B movie.
Oh.
And I was like, what? Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. This should have been way better.
Yeah, I do remember a much different movie. I remember a good one.
It started pretty good. And it was
Yeah.
very promising at the beginning, like, oh, this isn't too bad.
Yeah.
It's a little off, but not too
Right.
terrible. Not just kind of...
Special effects weren't bad for 1985. I mean,
not at all.
but wow. I mean,
It went downhill fast.
yeah, it did. Well, I mean, the whole. Well, I don't know. I'm with you. I like 2/3 of the movie. Is the final act is where it kind of broke down a little bit here. Like all those scavengers were horrible actors.
Yeah.
Like even like the main one who's been in.
Yeah, well, and even Dennis Quaid went over the top with a lot of that. You're just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a good actor. What happened?
Well,
Or you've got to be a good actor.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's still young in his
Yeah.
career. I think he had like Dreamscape or two others before this, but not many. Yeah, I mean, other than I was gonna say, I'm like, special effects and makeup. What do you guys think?
It was really good, actually.
Yeah, for the time.
It was fine, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the
There
makeup.
were a couple
especially.
of things that was like, yep, that's definitely the 80s. But
Yeah.
the lightning effects.
The lightning effects
yeah.
were pretty good. When you got zapped by the taser on the
Oh
ship,
my god,
that was
yes.
yeah. And there was also some pretty bad acting on Dennis Quaid's part where he just kind of kicked the leg out.
Yeah.
I'm being electrocuted.
That scene lasted forever.
It
He
did.
just kept on going.
He just kept on
going.
You can tell he was getting tired of kicking his leg towards the end there.
Alright, who's gonna call cut? Anyone?
Yeah. Fucking the green lightning to superimpose over top of him. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, the ships look good. All the ship combat looked fine.
Yeah.
I would say the alien makeup was really good. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
It was probably the best thing.
for practical effect
Definitely.
alien makeup, they look real. So
Right.
that's what you want. All right, acting wise, I mean, we know Dennis Quaid got better. He wasn't bad through most of it.
No, yeah, there were a few points where it was like,
You get really over the top. and
Yeah.
stuff.
A few lines in the beginning he was a little over the top with, and then a few. Then towards the end, that whole end scene got a little.
Yeah. Well, and you got part of that is writing and direction,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, it was still definitely.
Well, like the scene between them when they're fighting in the hut, like during the meteor shower, that was not believable.
No, that was yeah. That
I
was,
think we're going crazy, really, because that seemed very played out. Like you have that in your head, you're gonna do
I'm gonna do
this.
this. Oh man, what about? Did you recognize Louis Gossett Jr. in that makeup?
No, but I recognize the voice.
Really? From the
Yeah.
all the
Once he started speaking English, yeah, I
Okay.
could tell it was him.
yeah.
But makeup-wise, well, I guess eventually I could tell. You could see that.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay, that's him. But
I think he did a really good job. I mean, there's not a whole lot to judge on. I guess what the original. I mean, he's in a few things, but none of them were like really big. It's probably the biggest one. I still remember from the Dolph Lundgren Punisher movie.
yeah.
He was his partner in that.
Yeah.
But you know, I think those two have to carry the whole movie. So that and the kid, I think the kid did a really good job for
Yeah, he did.
you know.
I mean, yeah. As far as the acting goes in this movie, yeah, he
Yeah.
was one of the high points.
Yeah, he was. All right, did he hit all the emotional beats for you?
I mean, the funny thing is when you look at it, for the first 2/3 of the movie, this is essentially Castaway
Right.
with Louis Gossett Jr. in the role of Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yes.
I mean, it is largely like this guy is on a planet, by himself, essentially with this alien guy who
Yeah.
he doesn't understand and starts going nuts.
I wish there was some perspective of time, because I feel like there was it was almost like a disconnect with being able to believe what was going on, because
Yeah.
all of a sudden Jerry's able to pick up like all these like things about English and understand everything that is
full
saying.
Conversations.
Yeah.
Not broken
Right.
conversations.
And then you find out it was only 3 years total.
Yeah.
Including like zombies being raised and everything. And it's only 3 years total.
Right.
You're like, wow, that's. I mean, we're fast learners, I guess. But
I feel like I would have appreciated it, everything that happened more if I would have understood how much time was in between each of these scenes. But really, it was just kind of like, and now there's snow. So at some point in the seasons of absolute desolate nothingness, it snows sometimes.
Apparently on 3-year cycles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only showed once, but I will say one thing was I didn't remember that was they just kind of dropped Dennis Quaid's monologue. I mean, or he did his the voiceover, right? He was narrating it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he started off the movie narrating, right?
Right.
And then it just drops to that narration halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
And then we get a different narrator at the end.
Right.
You know, to pick up, like, why wouldn't, you know, if you had Dennis Quaid's character narrating the beginning of the movie, why would you have him narrate the end of the movie?
Right.
You know?
Well, yeah, and you would.
Especially with
That's
it being
the,
so significant, right?
Yeah,
like he was supposed to be the one to go up there and say zombies or name and his lineage and everything. So you would have hoped that you'd be able to hear it or something.
Yeah, it just seemed like a kind of an abrupt stop to the narration.
Or like he was narrating to somebody.
Yeah.
This is what happened to me while I was on the planet, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Finished off that way or something. But yeah.
And he's like, he's telling a story of Tim and zombies or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't remember. There was a lot. I remember most of it. I remember at the end, because I started to come back to me as I was watching it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're like, when I
stuff
saw
like the shells and the whatnot.
Yeah, I remember it.
Those I could start to understand.
And then the scavengers, when I saw the scavengers, I was like, oh, that's how it ends. I remember now. But for some reason in my head, I was remembering him, you know, fighting scavengers and stealing off of their ship. I forgot that he got shot, picked up, and then, you know.
Oh, right.
How did the surveyors not notice the scavengers or anything? Well, and it got a little weird. He got shot in the chest. Right, left for dead, next to like burning lava.
Right.
You know, however much time that lasted before a survey team found him.
Right.
Picked him up, thought he was dead, didn't check for life signs, and then they find out right before they space him.
And the survey team is literally like 100 yards away from where the scavengers
Right?
are.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the end, the climax of the movie kind of fell down on us, I think.
Yeah.
It just, and the whole tone of the movie kind of shifted.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? And then, you know, his buddies go help him after him, like, destroying property with bull office.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, oh, there's something wrong with it. We should check on it.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But, you know, I don't know. I guess, bottom line, how does it hold up? Not as good as you remember?
No, not as good as I could remember.
Yeah.
I would, having rewatched this now, prior to rewatching it, I would have been totally like, yeah, you should go see this movie. You should check it out. Definitely, it's an 80s classic.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, don't want it.
It wasn't terrible. I don't think it was that bad. I definitely enjoyed the experience of having watched it, but I don't think that I'd go out of my way to say, hey, you should go watch this movie.
Right. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember really loving this movie as a kid. I remember.
Me too.
I remember watching it with my grandmother. Right. We both loved it. Maybe it was.
Well, you got to think back. This was good for the time.
This was good. Yeah. Just realized. I mean, there's a lot of recently, I've had a feeling how things are going to go on this channel.
Recently watched a lot of stuff and go, oh man, how things have changed.
Right. Now, are we spoiled by today's standards of movies? Is that it? Or is it just not that good a movie?
Here's the thing is, we grew up with like Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon and pretty much anything, and Planet of the Apes and Land of the Lost and all of those shows.
Yeah.
And I mean, even look back, this is going to be sacrilegious to some people, even look back at the original Star Trek.
Yeah.
It was good for the time, it was a little campy and didn't have the greatest of production values. It was what we had and what we were used to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it wasn't necessarily great, but it was, you know, it was what we had at the time. So we didn't have anything better to compare it to. It's not like there was like, I mean, there was Star Wars at that point, so you could compare it to Star Wars and go, wow, you know, this doesn't hold up to Star Wars, but it held up to Buck Rogers, or it held up to Battlestar Galactica, or something like that.
Yeah, no, not Buck Rogers, man. That was it. You recently rewatching that show is hilarious. It's far more funny now than it was,
but it wasn't then.
It was
serious.
Hilarious. This is great sci-fi. Now it's just hilarious. I would recommend Buck Rogers TV series. But yeah, it's okay. Fair enough. But this, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this, because I was expecting to love this movie like I did.
Yeah, still,
I'm like, oh, this is great. This, you know. Was he blubbering watching this movie? He's tearing at your heartstrings. We're gonna, you know. And I was like, wow, this is kind of cheesy. But you know, I mean, you still the scenes with him raising the kid was still just as good from what I remember.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was a kid or I mean, and we know Dennis Quaid. You know, he's a good actor.
And that was some of the best parts of the movie was him and the kid interacting.
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
Yeah.
It was there's not a lot of over the topness, you know, camp going on. It was just, you know,
right.
Interaction. There also wasn't a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Not a whole lot of dialogue. Okay, I think we're gonna rate this movie. All right, 1 out of 10 here. If I had to rate this movie, I would say if it didn't have the ending that it had, it would be up there pretty high, probably 7.5, 8 maybe. But
compared it to what?
We're gonna.
I mean, let's give it a. I mean,
okay, I guess compared
to modern stuff, or compared to its time frame.
I would say compared to the time frame, right? Compared to like other 80s movies.
Okay.
Right? 80s classics, right?
Got it. Okay.
All right, so I would
if
say
you put Empire as a 10.
If you put Empire Strikes Back as a 10, it's like the pinnacle of 80s movies.
Yeah.
That and Ghostbusters, right up there. Then this is falling on a 7. However, with that ending, I gotta say it's really scraping 5. I would say.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I would agree. Yeah, I mean, it definitely has its charms, but yeah, it fell down at the end. You're just like, oh, really? This is bad. I did not. I must have blanked this because it was that bad at the beginning. I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Kirsten, for having seen it for the first time, what do you rate this?
I'd give it a 5.5.
5.5?
I'd say it's not crap, but it's not awesome, but it's better than neutral.
Okay, here we go. Better than neutral. High praise for Enemy Mine. So, looks like it's not a recommendation from us. But I mean,
I wouldn't avoid it if you have the chance to watch it. But
don't pay money for
maybe
this.
if you're like doing something, like
Yeah.
doing something at work, it's on YouTube. I mean, you can just pop it on and listen to it while you're doing other things.
Yeah, don't buy the DVD. Watch it on YouTube. But there you have it, folks. Episode 1 of Does It Hold Up? This time we didn't.
Just wait till we get to something precious like Masters of the Universe.
Oh, Masters of the Universe is great. I'm predicting it right now. Love that movie.
We'll see. We haven't determined what episode 2 is going to be yet, so
my happy Masters of the Universe now. You throwing a gauntlet out like that.
Yeah.
But there you have it, folks. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of us, reacting to different things. We'll be back next month with another Does It Hold Up? We'll figure out in the meantime what that's going to be.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you want to help support the channel, there's a link to our Patreon and our GoFundMe down below. And please, in the comments, give us suggestions of what we should watch from the 80s. Is there something you're precious about in the 80s that you want us to...
You want to see us tear apart?
You want to see us tear apart? I don't know.
Bring reality crashing down on your head.
This shows you tear me up and to tear down what I loved as a kid. But yeah, it was. There you have it. And we mind, not a recommendation. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thanks.